The wave's gonna look nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got nobody else. If you don't know, this is the hottest boxer coming in the world. This is Mr. Floyd Schofield Sr. and Kid Austin, they call him. The one and only Kid Austin. How's it going, guys?
Everything is good. Everything good. How you doing?
Man, we appreciate your time to Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. We appreciate you for coming over here and sharing some of your time with the fans and the people.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate y'all.
Hey, man. So how's it going? You've been training? Is that where you just came from? The gym?
Yeah, I just came from training not too long ago, and then I got right on the game.
Wow, man. Hey, listen, I've been hearing a lot about you, and I've got to be honest. One of my boys, Punch Drunk Boxing, put me onto you a couple of years ago. But boy, you've been making noise. And I've got to tell you, I remember the days of Devin Haney sparring days. Then Shakur Stevenson, you know, he told us about how good you were. So I've got to say that things are looking, you know, they're moving in a very good direction. 13-0, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Correct.
13-0. Now, I want to speak to Senior first, Kid, before I get to you. Now, Senior, how's it going right now? Because the last time I met you, I remember, you know, you guys were moving on, and you were since then you've been with Golden Boy. Now I know that you signed with Golden Boy. Can you tell everybody when that happened and how it happened?
What was it? 3 fights ago?
Like last year, July 2022.
So that's when we signed with Golden Boy. So we did a partnership with him. Oscar reached out to Floyd on Instagram and told Kid that if we gave him a chance, he would make Floyd into a star. And we gave him a chance, and he gave us everything we wanted in the contract. So that's why we at Golden Boy.
Was you approached by other companies in the boxing world before you signed to Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah, we was approached by all of them, to tell you the truth. Al Heyman, MTK Global, the list go on. Everybody wanted him at some point before we signed with Golden Boy.
What was the main reason of signing with Golden Boy? What got you? Was it Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya being boxers themselves? Is it something that happened that you said, no, we got to go with these guys?
It was more like they gave us everything we wanted in the contract, because we built Kid, he built the brand. So they gave the best contract. They gave him everything he wanted. You know, so that was a good thing. And they promised him 4 fights a year. All he wanted to do was fight, and he wanted the toughest fights, the ones that could help him develop, and they agreed to do that. So none of the other companies would tell us how many fights we would get per year. They wouldn't give us a guarantee on fights.
Okay. So with Oscar, I mean, with Golden Boy, Bernard Hopkins, I mean, have they involved themselves with you? Are the fighters involved in their company? Are they hands-on? Is Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins ever chop it up with you guys to see what's the plan? Kid?
Oscar does a lot. Oscar is like, he loves me. And Bernard, after each of my fights, he always has, you know, his long lectures.
You said it seemed like you yelled at by Bernard.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being yelled at or something by Bernard every time he talks to me, but that's Bernard. So it's
but not in a good way, more like in a parent way.
Yeah.
You got to do it this way. You should have done this. So it's more like on a mentor in a way.
Yeah, be like, did I do good? Like,
wow. So basically, Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya, they're like in your ear. These guys are like, they're like hands-on. They're like on you. They're like, yeah, man. You know, we're with this guy. They're not just having a company put people in front of you. They are actually with you on the journey. They give you one-on-one.
Yeah, big time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, big respect for that, man, you know. But now I'm going to take it back to Senior. Senior, for the people who don't know, how did you get into boxing? And was it because of your son, or how did this take place?
My father was a professional fighter, and so he taught me how to fight also. His goal was for me to be a professional fighter, but I really didn't want it too much. So he taught me how to be a coach. And when Floyd was born, I was a boxing coach, so he was in the playpen because I had custody of him. And he just grew up watching boxing since 2 years old. And so I just followed the journey. He started saying that he was the greatest boxer. Dad, watch him, I'll be the greatest boxer since a little kid. So I just went on the journey with him, and we here now.
Okay, so let everybody know, right? So you went into boxing with your son at this in a journey. What age was Kid Austin when he went into to start training, or start learning the craft?
He started learning the craft at 2 years old, and then
For real?
Yeah.
I mean, I normally hear 7. I normally hear 6.
I
mean, listen. I've got a 6-year-old and an 11-year-old, but a 2-year-old?
Yeah. And so, because I was a boxing instructor and I had custody of him and didn't have money for a babysitter, so he had to be in the gym. And so he picked everything up. Then at 8 years old, he started traveling for the United States, and just competing everywhere, every weekend competing somewhere. So, and we never stopped. So now he's just an older version.
Wow. So at 2 years old, your son was doing little bits and stuff. He grew into it. Then when did you realize that, okay, I got someone special here? I got the fighter. When did you realize that, we're going with this? We're going full force?
No, that was by design from the beginning. Once he decided that he really wanted to do it as a kid, everything else was by design. He was homeschooled and programmed boxing. He was hypnotized to be ferocious in the ring. Everything was by design. He's forced to study, or when he was a kid, he was forced to study all the classic fights, which was boring. But now he want to watch the classic fights and stuff. So he's just programmed to do his job and be one of the greatest boxers ever.
Okay, so basically, now let's just move forward with it now, right? We know that you guys got in from the amateurs. Did you stay in the amateurs for a while, or did you stay in the circuit, win some good titles, and then go professional? How did that go with the amateurs?
I was in the amateurs from 8 to 17.
Yeah.
I turned pro at 17. I didn't have my first fights. I was 18, but I turned pro at 17.
Okay, and in amateurs, did you win any anything in the amateurs?
Oh, I won the Golden Gloves, the senior.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, I got the most outstanding fighter.
From the Golden Gloves.
That was crazy. I feel like that was my biggest accomplishment right there.
Well, winning the award.
Nah, because I wanted to stay because I think I had like 2 stoppages. And then I had like 2 other dominant performances plus winning the national. And then I was telling the coaches like, well, let's stay. I think I got the trophy. They was like, nah, you didn't get it. It's too many fighters. So I'm like, nah, we staying. So we stayed. It was like an hour and a half after, and I ended up winning the trophy. So yeah.
Okay, so you fully accomplished amateurs, and then you said, all right, it's time at 17 years old.
Yeah. Because they was grooming him for the Olympics, but then they said that because COVID hit, and plus he was too young, he would have to wait another 4 years. He didn't want to do that.
So when did you do a collaboration with Ricky Ross, the real Ricky Ross? When did that happen?
What happened? What is so funny?
Huh?
What's so funny about that?
I just thought of something.
He said so the collaboration started on his first fight. Well, his first fight was in Mexico.
No, that was my second fight.
The second fight was in Mexico. And
they tricked me. I thought I was talking to the rapper Rick Ross because I didn't know who Freeway Rick Ross was until like a couple fights after that, like until my dad showed me who he really was. I thought I was talking to the rapper. Yeah, it tricked me.
Yeah, you know why? Yeah, because I remember when Ricky Rose used to call himself Rick Ross. And people used to get confused. But the real Rick Ross was the man who's with you guys. He's the man who is Rick Ross. He's the guy that the name Rick Ross is respected for, and at the end of the day, I think there was a problem between the rapper Rick Ross actually using his name and clout on his name. I'm not sure. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, so his name ain't Rick Ross?
No, Rick Ross, the rapper name ain't Rick Ross.
Oh, shoot. I thought his name was Rick Ross this whole time. I thought they just had the same name.
All right, I'm getting people in the chat now. We got Brian Guzman. He says Texas in the motherfucking house. Kid Austin, 100. Is that true? Do you represent Texas? Is that where you're from?
I represent the whole world.
That's right.
Yeah, I like that.
World champion represent the whole
Yeah,
world.
but mostly Texas. That's home right there. So yeah, I got Texas.
Hey, we might be talking to the guy who might be taking over Texas as being the #1 guy in Texas one day. Or don't forget, Texas is like its own fucking country, if you ask me. It's the biggest state in America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, they are.
Wouldn't California be the biggest?
No, California ain't bigger than Texas.
Oh, it's not. It's just longer, I guess.
Yeah, Texas is something. It is like its own world here. They follow their own rules.
Well, Kevin Effect says you better tell Schofield to go on the undisputed headquarters and put him on the game.
They need to. I mean, I don't know what's taking them so long. They need to.
I mean,
the
there. Game's fly though, isn't it? The game's hot.
Did it come out yet?
Yeah, people are playing it out here, man. People are going mad.
They didn't even hit over here yet.
Is it?
We got to get you on there. We got to create you as a character. They need to put you there as a character, is what he's saying. But let's move it now. I want to talk to the people who don't know and who will get to know. Is that Kid Austin's got a journey. There's been some, back and forths gone on with the Haneys before. Is how I met you. I met you when I saw Bill Haney talking about you guys, and then I saw you guys saying something. Now, this was a big thing that happened a while ago. So since then, is there any relationship with the Haneys, or are you still looking for the Devin Haney fight in the future? Because we heard in sparring that you never just kept it your own, but it seems like you held your own with Devin Haney behind the scenes in sparring.
I say, if I want to go off of how I feel like I'll be fighting Devin like next year, even if I gotta go up to 140. I'll go up to 140 just to fight him, just because I ain't gonna use quotation marks. He's the undisputed. He is the undisputed champion, but he's the guy to beat at 135. So
yeah, because he got all the belts.
Yeah, but realistically,
I
don't know. That's on him because I'll get the fight once. Everything will be fine on my part. That's just on them. So we'll have to see.
I mean, the future's bright. I'm sure you're going to be moving. If not at this division, you'll be moving in the future, maybe to at 140. I mean,
Devin can fight Floyd.
I don't think so.
And that's just really Devin ain't gonna fight Floyd. If let's just say you the world champion and this 17-year-old kid coming to your gym, never had a pro fight, and he hurt you, he buckled you. You break your hand trying to fight him more for you. You're not going to take a fight with smaller gloves and no headgear against this guy if you don't have to. So I think the Haney's going to stay away from us. So, we can only wish success for them and wish them the best. But I don't think that's a realistic fight. So I'm looking more at the Shakur fight, Shakur and Floyd fight. That would be a more realistic fight because Haney going to move up, but Shakur is at 135.
And Shakur's now come to 135. So, of course, at some point, Haney will move up because he's pretty big for the weight. He comes in 24 pounds at least the next, in the fight night. So, he's draining a lot to be at 135. But as long as he can do it, it don't mean nothing. As long as he can keep it going and he's still winning, then that's all that matters, I guess. But look, at the end of the day, we had Bill Haney here in the morning, and it just seems to me there's a drift going on right now. I don't know if you know about it. I do want to just ask. It seems like it's out there right now. It's Bill Haney and Bernard Hopkins. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, yeah. I was watching that all last night. That was hilarious.
That thing is so funny. That thing is straight hilarious.
Yeah, so they've been having a bit of beef with each other. Bill Haney said, my son is better than you, Bernard. Basically, saying, don't come here and try and put my son down. And, Bernard was breaking it down, saying that, what we had to do was blood, sweat, and tears. Right. You guys have got yourself into great opportunities, but let me tell you, it's very good business. You're a good dad, but you ain't even done what we have to do, and in order to get there, you got a long way to go before you call my name. Says Bernard Hopkins.
But he's
Definitely.
saying the truth, though.
Yeah, he telling the truth right there.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he is a legend. You can't compare these young guys or anybody to say they're better than anybody like that. I feel that right now. But you know, when it's somebody's son, I feel like there's this son and father thing here where a father don't want to hear their son get downplayed.
I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, if the guy telling the truth. I mean, and I commend Bill for defending his son. You know, that's what every father should do. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta sit back and think, like, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, Devin, he earned them belts, but Bernard wasn't out here fighting Kambosos and fighters like that. Not to put Kambosos down or nothing, but you know, Bernard actually had to fight some tough opposition, like, and get to where he's at by hard work. Like, so I feel like they should, like, Bill shouldn't just, you know, put Bernard down like that, like he's a nobody.
But that ain't our business.
Yeah,
so on to the next thing, that's building business.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, you know, people get personal when it comes to them. And then, you know, people will say certain things. And, you know, Bernard Hopkins is not a man. If you're going to say something to him, you got to keep the same energy in his face.
That's right.
And I do feel Bernard Hopkins is like that.
Yeah, when he said that, oh, shoot, it's going down.
Yeah, that might not. Hopefully they could get it together, though.
Yeah, I'll speak to the Haneys about that, though. They're going to be coming back. So I'm going to speak to the Haneys about that, you know, how they feel. And hopefully when Bernard watches it, maybe I'll get Bernard to come and tell me. But that's how it is, man. It's between them. Like Steve said. Now, going forward, you know, everybody knows, but you even sparred with the likes of Sean Porter. You've sparred people, and you've also sparred Shakur Stevenson. Is that correct?
Yeah.
But you're missing some more. But
yeah, tell me some more. Tell me some names.
Jojo Diaz, Robert Easton Jr. Who else did I forget on there? We were
Robert Easton Jr.
Camp.
That one was funny.
Even in camp with Tank twice. So it's that, you know, we be helping the champions get ready for their fights. So all of the champions know about us. That's why when I say Floyd is the greatest boxer ever, nobody come out and say no, he's not. And all of them will say the kid is talented.
So can I ask you, just, you know, out of all the spars, I want you to tell me, I don't know how you can even explain, I know it's only sparring, but who stood out to you out of some of the guys to say, okay, yeah, I got some work to do?
Who stood out to you?
I mean, like, if we talk about, like, who had the best work,
who stood out. That's what he said.
Nobody stood out. I mean, they regular humans, they regular fighters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But if I want to say who was the best, I'll say Shakur. Most definitely.
Okay, yeah, Shakur said some good things about you. He said that, you know, Kid Austin, you know, he's good. But there's somebody else. Now, I see somebody else, right, Kid Austin, right? And he was talking a lot. His name is Keyshawn Davis.
That's easy, bro.
But I got to ask the questions, bro. Keyshawn Davis has been going in, though. Keyshawn Davis has been saying things. He's been saying that, yo, I would fight him. He's saying that he will fight Kid Austin, and he'll have that fade. But how do you feel about that? Because I see you calling him out. I saw Kid Austin calling Keyshawn Davis out 4 months ago, prior to that.
We told Oscar to make the fight happen.
We told Keyshawn to make the fight happen.
Yeah, send the contract.
Right, so, you know, he didn't even go to his people to even try to get the fight.
And so, we know.
So, I mean, we can't make nobody fight. He made a video saying we was bullying him. So we got to leave that young man alone, because he know who Floyd is. We have dinner with him and his family before. So it ain't like Keyshawn don't know who he talking to. But I think that's more promotion for Keyshawn and Floyd than talking, you know, back and forth. But I don't think Keyshawn want to really fight us. That's just all words.
Like Keyshawn been giving it some on this. This is Keyshawn Davis right now, if you can see it.
Yeah, that was enough. We seen that.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, if you know I won a silver medal and this young kid got more exposure than me, going up faster, I'll be like, hey yo, I want to fight him. Like, even if I'm bluffing, but that's him.
Yeah, we wish him success too. Keyshawn is a talented fighter, but Keyshawn, I believe that Floyd would stop Keyshawn in 2 rounds. And that's
Floyd will stop Keyshawn Davis, yeah?
yeah, easy. Keyshawn is an easy fight.
See, I'm gonna just say this. All he gotta do is go talk to his homeboy, which I'm pretty sure his homeboy. We know who his homeboy is. I'm pretty sure his homeboy said, "No, don't do that." I guarantee you.
What Shakur told him
because he knows he's
not
sparring.
to take the fight.
He know about the sparring, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So I don't think Keyshawn gonna fight us. I think it's just promotion.
Okay, so somebody's saying here that you were supposed to be fighting. What's he say? Watch, Kid Austin about to fight JoJo. Watch, same network.
Yeah, that is the plan. I believe that's who we're gonna run into. But right now we fighting JoJo's opponent. Since he's out of his fight, Jeddah, whatever his damn name is. The Philippine kid, we fighting him. They only gave us like 2 weeks notice, so we like the risk. We like the risk, and Raw gonna be great when we stop this guy.
Wait, let me just get this straight. So JoJo Diaz has made headlines for the wrong reason, and he's been pulled out the fight. But you're looking to take fade with the opponent now in 2 weeks' notice.
Yeah, but I only got a 1 week to train. I just started camp this week, Monday, but we didn't know until today. We started practically Friday, so that gives us, we got to fly out next Saturday. So, 1 week.
1 week to train, 1 week to cut weight. But I tell you, once you see the performance, it's going to be good, and it's fun for us. Why not take that risk?
But not many people ever take a fight with 1 week training, 1 week notice. I mean, to me, aren't you guys with Golden Boy as to be growing as fighters? When you're a commodity like that, it's not many fighters who would do that.
Well,
it's boxing. Right. I mean, it's gonna show like if you really want it. Because at the end of the day, I didn't take that much time off for my fight. So I still got my speed. I can go to my Instagram videos. I still got my speed. My conditioning is still there. So I'm ready.
Yo, people in the chat are saying, Eric Gomez saying, yo, Kid Austin is the real deal. You heard it here. Kid Austin is taking the fight with JoJo Diaz's opponent, where JoJo's got some personal problems, within 2 weeks. Notice you got fighters always complaining, but that's nice to see that. I mean,
here's the catch: 3 weeks to 4 weeks on the Ryan card. We supposed to be on that too. So it's like back to back.
Wait there. You are gonna maybe go back to back on Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight. That's in another 4 weeks.
Yeah, because we already on that card. Yeah.
After this just the fight, we go right to that Ryan card.
Yo, you guys are working out there.
You guys are working out there. Top of the learning.
And I love fighting. I swear, I just like just getting in there. Like 1 week, I got it. Like if I'm not too far off from my weight, which I'm not.
Some people might say you're too cocky. They're gonna say you being too cocky right now.
I mean, are you want me to answer that?
Yeah, what would you say to people that's like, yo, you being too cocky? You only got 13 fights. This guy got 33 fights. You're not experienced enough to fight to take this step up.
What I'm supposed to say? He gonna beat me up? Like
no, what you say to those people?
I mean, that you don't sound very. How am I gonna say this? You don't sound very nice. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Because at the end of the day, like I work hard. We work hard as a team, so it's like, who are y'all to say I'm being too cocky? Like this is something we work for our whole lives. Like if I say I'm ready on a 2 days notice, I'm ready. We feel like we're ready. So I mean, to all those people that feel that way, it's not their life at the end of the day.
They said Kid's a throwback fighter. That's right.
Yeah. Right. I will say though, that you've been very dominant in the last few fights, especially after that knockout. Who was that against that knockout? That was just the fight before this fight.
Rosas,
Yeah. That was in the first round, right? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was the first round fight. Yeah, when I was watching it. And in the last fight, you needed some rounds. Yeah, but you dominated the guy constantly. It was like you needed the rounds, you dominated him, and there was nothing he could do to even. But I think it's good. It's work. It gives you some work as you go along to fight the better guys, you know. But I say that look, somebody just said, Immaculate Gamer said, "Oh shit, Kid Austin versus what's his name, Mercio Gesta."
Yeah.
That's the guy. He knows him. So he's saying, yo, Kid Oskin taking that fight. So this guy, Gesta, has only lost a few fights. He's got a lot of experience too, right?
Yeah, and only been stopped one time. And he got 33 fights, 3 losses, and a draw, I believe. Only been knocked out one time. So
I'm sorry, but you guys have been fighting. People say, oh, when fighters come up, they fight a lot of, they say taxi drivers and a lot of people like Devin Haney. Respect to Haney's, man. I got love for everyone. But if you look at his record, he did fight a lot of guys in Mexico, and these guys had lots and lots of losses. So when you're looking at 18 and 24 and 22 and 0 until they start fighting good fighters, but you at 13 and 0, you're fighting guys now in the last 5 fights, experienced fighters with very limited losses, with a lot of wins, fighters that have got really good opportunities but came close. You're fighting good guys now.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, like, you're not gonna get nowhere like fighting people is not on your caliber. Like, you want to test yourself because you don't want to keep fighting those fighters that one day you get that call like, hey, it's for a title, like, we need you, like, and then you got to step up on a fight where you've never stepped up before, and then you end up not,
see.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, if you don't want to test yourself, then you're in the wrong sport. I mean, that's what it is. Like, if you worried about a loss, like you're in the wrong sport because anything can happen in a boxing ring.
Yeah, Eric Gomez watches you, so he says Kid Austin is all gas, no brakes. You don't have brakes. Like, it's tough to slow you down. You're a very dominant fighter, though. I give it to you. You're a very dominant fighter, and you're very stocky for your size as well.
Yeah.
You don't look like no guy who's got any weight issue, or what I mean. You look good at your weight. But I gotta tell you this though, you got some fire at your weight class, bro. And coming forward, you got to look at the people that you're talking to. You're talking to Gervonta Tank Davis, who's getting this fade right now with Ryan Garcia. How do you guys see that fight with Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia?
I plead the fifth.
We got to, we going for Ryan.
Team Golden Boy.
Team Golden Boy.
Let's go.
So we ride with Ryan. We hope Ryan fight a smart fight.
Okay, how can Ryan win this fight?
Don't
break it down. Can you give us some points?
You see all them good attributes
look at his height and his reach.
He better use all of that.
There ain't no way Tank should be around him. If he double that jab and send that straight right or whatever else, he'll be good. But if he try to hook and try to bang to prove something, it might be a rough night.
He's going night.
But if he uses his jab, this should be an easy fight for him.
Bro,
yeah, but Ryan is not very consistent with his jab. He's not the best. He's not a guy who relies totally on his jab. He more relies on his fast speed and his punching power too.
Yeah, but you can't count Ryan out. That's the thing.
Right, he got a good left hook, but he better not. He better use his jab this fight, or Tank gonna be on his behind.
Yeah, but Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia is big fight for 2023, bro. It's huge. Let me tell you, people in England are ready. We're ready because we heard enough of this Twitter war. And we want Tank Davis to get that real fade. And to be fair with you, Tank Davis ain't really been fighting no great opponents. Like, he ain't fighting the top guys. He's been picking the fighters. And even if they've been the top guys, they've been the top guys at lower weight classes.
Yep.
Right? He's never fought a guy that's, okay, this guy's hungry. This guy really thinks he can beat Tank. I ain't seen that yet. And I'm glad that Tank Davis is getting this Ryan Garcia fight. I still favor Tank, though. I know that you guys it is what it is. You're Golden Boy guys, but I like Ryan. I think Ryan's got the X factor. You can't count him out. Like Kid Austin said, you can't count him out because Ryan been in the game from 7 years old as well. And people forget, Ryan beat Devin Haney 3 times in the amateurs. Haney beat Ryan 3 times.
Oh, they even. They got to run it back.
Yeah, and I've been told by somebody in America who was at the point years ago, an older guy, that he said that Ryan did drop Devin Haney in one of those amateur fights.
I believe it.
And he goes that Haney had to take an 8 count.
Just saying. I'm just saying I believe it.
No,
I'm just saying. So
we wish Ryan a good fight. He got a hard fight ahead of him, and Devin got a hard fight ahead of him. So hopefully both of them make it out that ring safe.
yeah, but I want to just say this to everyone. If you're coming into the chat, smash the like button. We got no one else but America's finest. It is. Yeah, but the man from Texas, they say. It is Kid Austin and Floyd Schofield Sr. I want to talk about Floyd Schofield Sr. Somebody came in the chat, said, respect to Floyd Sr. for bringing your son to where he is today. And not to mention, you know, for what you do as a trainer. If I'm not mistaken, you also work with Ronnie Shields. Is that correct?
Ronnie Shields is an advisor to me. That's it, to give me knowledge about, because he's been in the ring with a lot of champions.
Facts.
So he tell me, did I do that round right? Take it easy on him on this round. You know, like he give me that type of thing because he know what it is like for a fighter to be in there.
Okay, so basically, are you the main head trainer, hands-on trainer, and then Ronnie, he advises you, and you know he's got a little bit of the back end. You work things out with him, or you talk to him, and then you do the whole. Is it you hands-on yourself?
No, I'm hands-on myself, and I bring in what I need. Like if I bring in a mitt coach or a body shield coach to assist me while I'm training.
I only got one coach. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, Ronnie not in the gym with us when we train.
Yeah, it's just be us.
Ronnie comes to the fight, and he helped me in the ring. He's my advisor in that ring, handling my son in the ring.
Okay, I respect that because I need to break this down for the truth for the fans. All right, I need to know that you're the head-on trainer. Ronnie's the advisor behind the scenes, and he comes on the day of the fight. But you doing all the training yourselves. You got your own regime, and if I'm not mistaken, you'll work the game plan out yourself, senior, with your son.
Yes. Every fight we go in, I'm his strategist. I got to come up with the plan, the game plan, and we got to train accordingly. I'm the one who have to study the fighters that he's fighting. So, yeah, this is all me thinking about how we're going to fight, how we're going to execute the win.
Okay, Tip Bayless is a guy who trains a lot. He does a little bit of fighting in the amateurs. He's in the chat. He says, does Kid Austin ever get comparison to Sean Porter?
I be tired of that.
All the time.
They be like, you look like Sean Porter. I be like, you just making up stuff now. No, I don't.
No, even the dad said, Kenny Porter said.
Kenny said I look like Sean.
He looked like Sean when Sean was a teenager.
No, I don't.
And even Sean family, like, oh my God, you look like you move like Sean when he was younger. You know. Bro,
I be tired of hearing that. I hear it all the time. I hear him, Spence. I think the Spence thing is just because I'm black.
Really?
Yeah.
And don't forget, you and Spence are from the same state, right?
Yeah. So it's like I get that a lot. So
yeah. Okay. Look, man. Hey, listen. Hey, these are good names to be attached to be honest.
Right. You can't.
Hey.
Oh, man.
So Immaculate Gamer says, yo, damn homie, mad props. Gester is a dangerous fighter. This is a statement. Now, if anybody don't know this, that Kid Austin is fighting Jojo Diaz's opponent within 1 week of training and 1 week notice. All right? He's taking the fight within a couple of weeks. And if you know who Gester is, Gester's got multiple wins and just a few losses. Right? So Immaculate says that this is a good fight. And this is a statement for a man to take this fight within a couple of weeks. So, respect.
Thank you.
All right, a lot of people coming in right now. Looks like Kid Austin.
I'm trying to read all these messages, but they're coming pretty fast.
They come too fast right now. Listen.
Salute.
They're coming fast like Kid Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I want to
fight Linares, and he lost in a decision. Linares didn't even knock this guy out. So the statement is to knock this guy out. Where does the nickname Kid Austin come from? Someone asked, Floyd.
Because I'm a kid from Austin, Texas.
Okay. Pato, thank you. Saying Kid is the future.
You don't got to go.
And I'm just trying to show them respect because those are the people that really matter.
Those are the people which are coming out here for you guys.
I can't read all of them, y'all. Y'all coming fast.
Man, they're coming too fast right now. Look at this. Kid Austin. Man, where are these people coming from? Listen, Lions only. Kid Austin beats the brakes of Devin Haney. Yo, it is what it is.
That's a true statement, though.
That is the hardest thing I've heard today.
Devin know that one.
No, yo, let me ask the straight question. Yo, Kid, you've been in a ring with Devin, right? You sparred with him. If the time comes, and there was a time that they would say, yo, you got to fight with Devin. Are you confident that you could beat Devin, or you would say, nah, okay, this is going to be a fight?
I'll take that fight on a week notice, too.
Yeah, we'll take that fight now, Devin. Man, I don't know what y'all.
Wait. Kid Austin is that confident that he would take the Devin Haney fight in a week notice?
I wish we could have recorded that sparring set. If we
they got it.
That's what I'm saying.
They got the footage.
If that was to get released,
then everybody answers would be answered.
I won't have to do no more talking.
Devin isn't a threat for us. And no disrespect for him, but he's just not. His style, Floyd's style is made to beat the Cuban style. His style is a Cuban style of fighting. He's learned to use his jab from a side angle to make his reach longer. That's the foundation so that you can run it to the right. It's a Cuban style of boxing. We was trained to fight in the Olympics to beat the Cubans. So his style is designed to destroy Devin's style. And that's why that's not a threat for us, not Devin's style. If anything, I would say Tank is more a threat than Devin for us, style-wise.
Well, let me just ask the ultimate question for Kid Austin and yourself. What is the route for you guys, and where do you see how is your route? How do you see you going through, and what champion do you think you want to fight in the future?
Whoever got my belts. Nah, that's a fact though, because
but how do you think it's gonna go? How long will it take for Kid Austin in the business of boxing? Kid Austin wants to fight Tank Davis, Devin Haney tomorrow, right?
It's gonna be next year.
Yeah, I'm right in the WBA with them. I'm number 9 in the world, so like.
Right, and the one who hold the belt is Tank.
And
so we going on a straight road for Devin and Tank, where we be the mandatory. So that's the straight route. Then we avoid the politics. If we number 1 and we challenging for the belt, we already hold the international belt. That automatically give us a title shot now if we request it.
Wow. I mean, I've got to give it to him, senior. I mean, you got a very confident kid. He doesn't hesitate. Like, you get some of these kids that they've been taught how to speak.
Right.
And, they've been taught, how it is. Look, at the end of the day, this is how you say this and how you say that. But look, Kid Austin wants to fade. He really does. Yeah. Show these people.
This is my baby right here.
Okay, so this is what route you're going in this sanctioning body.
Yes, and the next title is the Intercontinental, and then that line us up straight for the title shot for Devin. So we'll wait till he finish up with Tank. So when he finish up with all of them in the smoke clear, they either gonna all move up and we can fight Frank Martin, or he's gonna fight us for that belt. So all
right, let's get to the chat, man, because I don't want you guys without speaking to the fans. That's why we're here, and that's why they're there. And Brian Guzman says, respect for taking the fight in short notice. Hey, fans respect that, bro.
Hey, Brian, respect you too, brother.
And Johnny Blaze says, does he make 135 easy?
Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, he do make it. He can make 130, but we wouldn't be able to sustain that for a year and a half. But yeah, that's easy.
Ted Bailey says, Gesta is not an easy fight. Okay. Yo, everybody's eyes on your next fight.
Hey, we already beat up Chester.
Yeah, that's
the thing. We sparred Chester with his behind.
I sparred him too at 17 when I went to spar with JoJo.
So it's like he's no threat for us. I
sparred him like 10 rounds. It was the same outcome as Mayweather Pacquiao, I swear.
So he's not a threat for us.
Well, Yeah, Eric says these are step ups. It seems like now their step ups are going to be more step ups. What are you expecting, Senior? How do you really see the path going? Do you see him? How would you like to see the next 2-3 fights? How would you want to, if you had your way?
I just want him to gain the experience. That's all he's doing right now, gaining the experience. His frontal cortex is developed. So when people see him and they say he's good, he's not even at his peak yet. So my thing is just for him to gain knowledge and make it out of there safe. But all of them is step ups. These champions are step ups. For us, like we've been there, done that. I mean, and it's not cocky, it's just reality. We've been in the gym, we sparred all of them, we worked, we got them ready for their fights. They're not a threat. And they call us back each time. Like, and we got receipts from Shakur and Devin, and all of them call us back for their next fights to get them ready. So they're not a threat for us.
Okay, so someone here from Philip says, Kid Austin, Texas made everything bigger in Texas. Props from H-Town.
Salute, Philip.
Yes.
Where's H-Town? Where's H-Town?
Who's good in the UK in 135? Is there any good fighters?
No, I was looking. I'm going to be straight with you. I was looking. I want to keep it real. I'm from England, but people know Rap Star. I keep it the realest out here. I can't bring no one to Kid Austin right now. I'll be honest, because the guy I got, he's at 140. His name is Gary Cully, 6'2", lightweight. Gary Cully, 6'2", been stopping everyone. And I'm just saying, he's the next guy coming up for England, 6'2", 140 pounds. Like, remember Paul Williams?
Yeah, I remember Paul Williams.
Yeah.
But you missed some of your questions. You missed Randy's question.
I got hundreds of questions I've missed.
I know you got like hundreds of questions coming about.
Yeah, but look, this is good though. People need to know. I didn't think on my channel. I thought, man, this is gonna be Kid Austin. You know what I mean? Do people are always talking about Haney here, Tank Davis? We got Ryan. We're talking about Tyson Fury, Wilder. And I said, yo, man, I've been watching Kid Austin. I've got to reach out to Kid Austin now. It's time to start talking about him because I know as Rap Star, and I'm going to call it out as it is, I can see Kid Austin being that guy. And I'm calling it out early on my channel, right? And I don't call many fighters out, but whatever I say, it goes that way because I see it. So I said, let's talk about Kid Austin. And today, it shows me my guys ain't casual. They know what's going on in boxing. You can see it yourself, Senior.
Yeah, and I'm reading some of your crazy messages too.
Hey.
These people funny, like Johnny Crack, he must be on crack. He is funny. Oh, Lord. Nah, he said, did he already make excuses? Anyway, yeah, we don't know. Johnny.
All right, look, we got a lot of people coming in. Kid Austin, right? Well, let's go do some of the people, right? We got all kinds of people here, so I don't know where anybody's coming from. Haney was fighting cab drivers, he says, at the point in his career. Stop that cab. So I don't know. He's telling someone that in the chat. Yo, 13-0. You're fighting guys now with 30 wins and 3 losses and 27 wins and 4 losses, whatever it was in the last few fights. It seems like now the fade's going to come. It seems like now the smoke's going to come. It's coming soon. And everyone's eyes are on this fight now. Coming in a couple of weeks of notice. You know, you got to make smoke. Who's the ultimate dream, though? Is it Tank Davis that you guys really want to go in that route? You think, okay, if it's going to be Tank, you want to chase that fight eventually in the future. Is it Tank Davis you think is going to stay at 135?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, I mean...
Wait, we going up to 142, though. After we capture all these belts, we're going to get all the belts, and then we go on 140 right along with them. So it's only a matter of time before we run into all of them.
So when did you start your career? What weight? What weight did you start your career?
126.
No, you did. You was
yes, I did.
Oh, your boxing career.
Yeah, your boxing career.
When I was 26. When I was 26, at 126.
Okay, 126. You started. All right, real boxing. I'm going to your. Okay. What's he saying? He says, shout out to Kid Austin. This is Real Boxing TV from New York, all right? Shout out to Kid Austin. A lot of a lot of buzz on him, wishing him and his pops the best. Awesome to see the father and son duo.
Hey, you see he gone, right? You can ask me anything you want now.
Yeah, he gonna hold you back. Yo, for sure though. If you was to fight, which one of these guys you really want, bro? If you could get the fight, who do you really want out of all of them?
I feel one, I got probably like two. I say Devin because he's undisputed, and that's what we aiming for. Grab all the belts. Then I'll say Tank because I really want to test myself because it seems like, you know, everybody says he's the boogeyman in 135, and I would like to prove that wrong. I like challenges. I swear, like, I like all that fighting, getting hit. Like, I swear, like, if you don't challenge yourself, you can't say you're the best, or you can't say you're gonna be the best without having challenges. Like my goal is to be the greatest boxer of all time, and I want everybody to remember me as that. But I can't get to that point without fighting, you know, Tank Davis's, Shakur's, Devin's. You know, it would just be all words. So I gotta get to that point and prove it to everybody. Then once I do all that, then I can say, you know, and everybody would have to agree that I'm the greatest boxer of all time because I beat everybody in this generation.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you know it yourself that there's got to be fade with Shakur. You know that there's got to be fade, even with Tank Davis. That's the aim. You get me, because you're 13-0 in the next 4 or 5 fights, like your dad said. In a year's time, you're banging the door down, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You know, after this Jester fight, you can't go back to fighting, you know, cab drivers. So
Right.
it's only up from here.
You heard that, Senior. It's like in the next few fights, he's banging the door down. He's actually going in there saying, yo, okay, I'm going to have to fight one of you guys. It's either going to be Shakur. It's either going to be Tank Davis. It's either going to be, listen, we might even turn it around. Ryan might be Tank, and it could be Ryan and Floyd Schofield in the future.
Hey, you never know.
We don't know, but I don't know because Ryan's at 136. It's a catch weight. Ryan's going back to 140.
I guarantee you all I'm going to run. The only one we might fight is Shakur. Even at 140. I believe all I'm going to run, they cashing out now.
Wait. Let's talk about this in Rap Star. You guys are confident that Kid Austin will make people run at 135.
Let me ask you this.
Wait. Only Shakur Stevenson you think will be the guy that he ain't moving for no one. You give him his respects.
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't put
the only reason that I say that, have you heard any of them talk yet? Have you heard any of them come and say what I'm saying is a lie? I've been talking like a year about how you're gonna annihilate them, how you better than them, how you beat them up in sparring. Have any champion came out and said he's lying?
True, not even Devin. He be
not
on
Devin, nobody.
24/7.
So what I'm saying must be fact. Them guys know they can't beat him. So it's just, you know, it's a fact. It ain't even confidence. It's just a fact.
Number 9.
Let me just tell the people they don't know the facts, because the truth is Kid Austin is known behind the scenes. He's been in there having fade with Shakur, fade with Devin Haney. He's been sparring all these guys, and they can tell from each other when they sit, you know, when they're sparring, even though sparring's light, you can tell when a man can do something in that ring. So nobody's really spoke about it. The only man who spoke about it was Shakur, and he said, yeah, man, Kid Austin is a good fighter. He did. And for me, that's enough, because Devin Haney don't want to speak about it. So for what I'm seeing, hey, it could be true. You know, these guys know that they had good fade with you. So at this point, why are nobody saying, yo, yeah, Kid Austin is pretty good? They don't really want to say it.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, Haney acting like he don't even know his name.
Haney act like he don't know his name.
Who, you know, so it is what it is.
Cause I was younger at that time, and like I wasn't even pro. Now I'm bigger than all of them, taller than all of them. Like I work harder than I was working before, way harder. And I'm starting to learn, you know, get my craft down. So shoot, I mean, if they want to wait till I'm like 24, that's gonna be even worse.
I mean, you get your grown man's trip.
That's gonna be even worse. And more experience. I mean, you know, if I was y'all, I'd take me now or next year or something like that.
I mean, they'll take the fight because they can't take you, but they'll take the fight, hopefully.
So my thing is, how old are you now, kid?
I'll be 21 in August.
Wow, only 20. Okay, so you're 21. All right. He got a bit of time too. He don't even need to rush.
Right.
He's 21 years old. Those guys are older than him now. So he can learn a
The thing I think people don't realize that history is repeating itself. And if the real fans will watch, I remember when Ali called out Liston, and Ali was calling out all these tough fighters, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's just a big mouth kid." And he like, "Nah, I'm great, y'all, I'm great," and nobody believed it until later on in the future. But I say history is repeating itself. It's the same exact thing. A handsome young man that look young, that everybody say that he can't do it against the bully, the Tank, or the Devins, and he said, "Y'all could beat him easy." The same way Ali beat Liston easy. He was a killer.
So Rider of the Storm comes out, senior, and says, Kid Austin and his pops are the future. I'm really excited, and he can't wait. He just can't wait to see what you guys bring for the future of boxing, bro.
Thank you. We hope we can get back real boxing when the people was fighting each other.
But you know, the pops and the pops and son thing is different though for us, because look, the pops and son, the Popachenko, Lomachenko, the Lopez Senior, Bill and his son, what's this called? Chris Eubanks with his son when he was with him. There's always this, the pops and his son. It always gets the fans, touches them more. It gives them more. It like they want to support that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Because they can relate with you.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing, man. But yo, we got to keep it moving I just want you guys for another 10 minutes. You guys good with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man. We still got people out here that want to speak to you. Normally would send the link and let people chop it up with people. That's sometimes. Maybe next time when you come, we can have a panel and they can ask the questions to Kid Austin directly.
Well, the chief said Oscar De La Hoya was world champion at 21, though. So wouldn't you bring your son over there to somebody who accomplished what he's trying to accomplish? So now you're starting to figure out our golden boy route.
I'm getting close.
That's why the golden boy route was good, the chief. So that's a good catch right there. Who else? Devin Lyons only said, Devin, where is my hug at? Haney ducking.
Oh wow.
That was actually
No, y'all got to remember, Haney is from the era of Floyd Mayweather. Their way of business in boxing is different from our way of business in boxing. Theirs is more entertainment. They'll talk a lot. They'll get a washed up fighter or either a fighter from a lighter division. You know how Floyd did it. And because they in it for the money more than the legacy. But when you're in it for the legacy, you want to fight the greatest fighters, not the washed up fighters. And you want to fight great fighters in their prime. You gain nothing if they over the hill. Like Jojo Diaz fight to us isn't really entertaining to us, but we'll take it when they give it because we know they're going to give it.
Yeah, we got G Smooth. G Smooth says, yo, both Pops and his son are down to earth like the real deal. Phenomenal. You know what I mean? And they say, yo, phenomenal people. Kid Austin will be the face of boxing. Now, there's a lot of pressure you guys are putting on Kid. No, I don't think he gives a fuck.
Right.
Look. They say, yo, you beat Devin? You beat Tank? You beat Shakur? Wow. Hey, look, let me tell you this right now, bro. These are great fighters as well, right? We got to give Devin his props. And no matter what, he's achieved some greatness now.
Devin isn't a fighter. Devin is a boxer.
He's a boxer. Yeah, he's a boxer.
And the boxer, once their ribs start breaking or their face get fractured, is a whole different thing from a boxer, from a real fighter. So Devin,
your son's a real fighter, yeah?
Right. I mean,
yeah, he is. He reminds me of Roberto Duran with the way he fights sometimes.
Hey, now see, I like that.
Right. That's a good classic.
No, because you see Roberto Duran, he had this kind of a way, right? He had this, I'm not saying possessed way, but he was a dominant guy when he was dominant. And you got this possessedness about you that ain't no man pushing you back. Like you want to show him who's boss in that ring, right? I see that in you, and you're very calculated, you're smart, and I think if this is who you are in your mindset, and this is what your circuit's about, We already know you had fade with Devin Haney. We know you've been, you've been fading with all these top fighters in the behind the scenes like Shakur, Sean Porter, and everybody. They ain't got one bad thing to say about you.
Hey.
And even if Devin don't want to make out, you can't say there's nobody saying really bad stuff about you. You know, so I got to see it, you know, to believe it. But I think you got it, bro. You got the determination, you got the skills. I don't think, you know, when you sit back on your couch, on your sofa, and you watch these other guys, you say to yourself in your head, I want this guy.
I don't watch them.
You don't watch Tank Davis.
Mm-mm.
You don't watch Devin Haney fight.
Definitely not. I go to sleep.
Wait,
I'm just saying. I fall asleep.
You gonna be politically correct?
I mean, I was telling you the truth. I fall asleep every time his fights come on. So no, definitely not. I think his last fight I stayed up to watch.
Wait. So you go when you watch Devin Haney, you go to sleep.
I go to sleep. I think he was fighting. Was he fighting Jojo? He was fighting Jojo Diaz or
I know my head is shit tomorrow.
no, it was the Gamboa fight. Oh my god, I had the best nap of my life.
Oh my god, everybody's laughing, bro.
It's the truth though. I fell asleep too.
Hey, I be cracking jokes a lot. Y'all notice that about me. I be cracking jokes. But I be serious.
So you all right? So you don't watch these cats. You don't watch them like that.
Nah, it's because I'll see them in the future. There ain't no point on watching them. They can't teach me something I don't already know. I would rather go back and watch, you know, the people that they learned from, you know, the Willie Peps, the Sugar Ray Robinsons, Marvin Hagler. Like, I can learn stuff from them because that's who the champions of today's era was watching. They wasn't watching each other. So I feel like it's like the Tank fight. I'm going to watch the Tank fight for sure. I'm pretty sure everybody is. Like, I ain't missing that one. But
yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Just upset some of the Devin Haney fanboys because we always get some of these fanboys. We got all kinds of fanboys. You know, what's that?
Nah, he said, what you do to them fanboys?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of fanboys nowadays. We got a lot of these guys nowadays which are out there for certain fighters.
Going in on Devin.
Yeah, man, I don't know what happened there, bro. Because a lot of people say the same thing. A lot of people say the same thing, bro. They say, "Yo, Devin Haney might be a good boxer, but we want to watch a fighter. We want to watch a brawler. We want to watch a man who can hurt a man. We don't want to watch a man who's playing too many chess moves and trying to be too much defensive or don't want to take them chances, even though he's better fighter than the other guy." Now, I understand the fans of today. They want to see knockouts, Senior.
Yeah.
Senior, they want to see a fighter who can hurt a man.
If you in today's area in the 135 division, if you're not watching a Tank fight or a Kid Austin fight, you might as well throw the knockout.
No, Shakur's all right.
When was the last time you got knocked out? Carvalho with the body shot.
You got to get another 135 with power though.
I mean, Ryan, he get knockouts a little bit.
Right, so Ryan, you got to give respect. Ryan, who else get knockouts? 135.
Now, Ryan is exciting. It sometimes gives you exciting fights, yeah?
Does Dana get knockouts?
I mean, Ryan gets knockouts. But you know, problem with Devin, you ain't got no highlights. He's only got that one guy that he fought that he knocked out, which was years ago. And he ain't got no highlights like that. Whereas Tank does stop people. He hurts people. One thing about Tank, if he hurts you, he can take you out, bro. He can hurt you to put you where you need to be. And Ryan's done some good, exciting fights like that. Like he just stopped Javier Fortuna, right? He puts beatings on some people, right?
Yeah.
And the Kid Austin is a very aggressive fighter. Even, you know, you look at, what's his name? Shakur. You know, sometimes he'll have a go. He'll put something into it. He will definitely try and hurt somebody. But, you know, mostly Shakur's looking at box.
Right.
Shakur's not really looking at brawling there. Shakur's not looking to put himself into harm's way. He wants to 95% fight that fight carefully.
Okay, so Tip Bayless is losing his mind on your comment section. Let me tell you, Pitbull Cruz won't even fight Shakur. You
Hold
think
on,
he
who
can?
is this?
Where's
Oh,
Tip Bayless? Where is he? This one.
Tip Bayless, he said Kid Austin versus Pitbull Cruz. And he said, sign me up. And I'm just explaining to him.
Yeah, we called him out too.
Tip that
Did
Pitbull,
you?
we called Pitbull out too. He didn't take the fight either. So I mean,
A bunch of times.
these people that y'all think are threats is not threats for us. So
I mean, he didn't even take the fight
that's crazy.
with Shakur. Like,
Tip Bayless is what? Is he fanboying Pitbull Cruz?
No, I think he won a good fight. He said Pitbull Cruz is too dangerous, but too dangerous for who? He didn't even drop tape.
Yeah.
The guy that he fought that we knocked out in a minute 30 seconds with 12 rounds with Pitbull Cruz. And we annihilate that opponent in a minute 30 seconds. So Pitbull Cruz ain't a threat for us.
Oh, well, let me just say this, though. Look, I get that, right? But these guys, also, you respect the sport of boxing right now. That some of these guys, you know, they're ahead of the game at the moment because their business is better, right? And they got their situation where they're looking to fight some big money fights, right, as well, and try and get some champions themselves. So, so of course some fights ain't gonna happen, but it's not like Kid Austin ain't coming up in the rankings. He's number 9.
Right.
Well,
What's he gonna be next year? Number 7, number 6? That's it. He's in the game now.
And he holds 4 titles already. So
yeah.
And
these titles, can you explain what titles? Are they international titles? Are they interim titles so far?
He got the which one you got? The WBC.
I got the WBA. I totally forgot.
He got the WBA. He got the WBC NABF title. He got the WBA international title. He got the Texas State 135 champion title. Now that's the thing that gets you on all the cards that come to Texas. And it's another one, the ABF Continental title. So at this point, he holds 4 titles already that's propelling him to the now WBA Intercontinental. And then we're going to snatch up all the other belts. And then that's an undisputed champion because then we got all the belts. And then we'll move on to the next division.
Y'all comments be funny.
No, that's
Look at this guy.
Pound
for Pound King says they put Devin fights to put the senior citizens to sleep in the old folks' home when the fucking pills ain't working.
Now, listen, we got to give Devin some respect.
No, let me just say this, bro. I got to give Devin his credit, too. He's not maybe one of those fighters. He's not a brawler like that, yeah? But he's a good boxer. And he's achieved.
Smart.
He's smart. He's achieved. And he's now undisputed champion. Now, some people say, well, he ain't fought that guy. He got opportunity to fight Cambosis when Loma was going to the war. Everything worked out for their business. Respect to them for where they got to. But some people feel that Devin ain't the guy until he beats the guys. But, he's got the titles. So he's still the man right now. You can't take that away from Devin Haney. And I told Bill Haney earlier on in the morning and yesterday that you guys have got my respect now because you guys are real champions.
But the thing is, he's like Frazier, though. Remember when Ali lost his title and Frazier got it? And although he was champion, nobody considered him champion. He had to fight Ali and beat Ali before they could consider him a champion. That's the same thing. Devin's going to have to fight somebody. He didn't fight nobody. Campos is a C-level fighter. Now he got all the belts. He got to fight somebody. Now they say, Lomachenko. Lomachenko got 2 losses. What about how many fights he got? If that was anybody else, they would be saying that's a C-level fighter. But because it's Lomachenko, that's what they say. But any other professional that had that record, they wouldn't be saying it's high tech. So, and then Devin going to outweigh him by like 30 pounds when he come in that night. That's not really a fair fight. You're not fighting nobody.
Yeah, but that they're in their weight. No, but now Loma is the real fade, though, isn't it? Loma's real fade because Loma's achieved. He's a multi-weight champion, and Loma wants to be undisputed. Loma is a guy that's achieved more than most of these guys ever have. He still has. But, at this point, people say that if he beats Loma, all right, you've got to put Devin in some pound for pound.
No, that's what I'm saying. How? Loma got 2 losses. So are we gonna put Salido in pound for pound in?
No, but that was years ago. and he built from that, right? He built from that, and even in that loss, he never really got stopped. So even though he lost, right, he built from that, right? And he's done so much in his career that people feel, okay, you beat this guy though. Now, Devin, then we'll give you some props that you beat some guy who's who was a great fighter in it, and he's still winning. He had 3 wins.
Lomachenko isn't a great fighter. That's what I'm saying, y'all. He's not a great fighter. And I put videos up, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, telling how to beat Lomachenko a long time ago. He's not a great fighter. He got one side that he go to. That's why he lost 2 times. Don't let the promoters promote that good to make y'all think that somebody who lost to mediocre opponents is a great fighter.
Yeah, but what about Nicholas Walters? He was the unbeaten Jamaican, right? He was knocking people out. He even stopped my friend Nonito Donaire, right? And that guy got beaten up by Lomachenko.
Did you know how much time they gave him to train? Did you know the setup, the everything, how they put him at every disadvantage to lose that fight? See, it's a lot that go behind the scenes, like where they trying to even give him 2 weeks to fight. Like things like that. That ain't no fair. This guy got 8 weeks to prepare for you, but you got 2 weeks to prepare for him. That's not a fair fight. And so Lomachenko, I'm not saying he's not a decent fighter, but Devin's style is made to beat Lomachenko. Devin gonna be running all night.
Didn't that Ortiz guy basically fight like kind of like Devin and kind of wash him too?
I mean, didn't like even Lomachenko and Teo? It was a tough fight at the end. Teo did win the early round.
They got 2 different styles. Devin's style would beat Loma.
Okay, so look,
I feel like Lomachenko couldn't handle
Devin Haney longer. He got range. He got range. He's longer. He knows how to, lean on you and grab you and try and work off his jab, and he'll just keep, what do you think, use that weight because he'll be 25 pounds, 30 pounds heavier than Lomachenko?
I think he'll just jab Lomachenko.
If Loma can't get past that jab, he's in trouble because he's going to jab him all night till his eyes close up or whatever else and run.
What about if Lomachenko works out his jab and works Devin on the inside?
I feel Lomachenko beat him.
I'm just thinking, look, senior, I'm telling you now, right? I've been watching Loma for years. Roy Jones don't call Lomachenko pound for no reason. He got good footwork. He's got some IQ. The way you talk about him is different because you're a trainer and you've got your special fighter. So you're looking at Lomachenko's flaws.
Right. I'm looking for my coach's lens. See, when I look at fighters, I'm looking at their technique. I'm looking at the styles, because styles makes fights. So when I'm judging it, I'm judging from a coach's point. Why do you think Devin want to fight him so bad? Devin don't fight tough people. I mean, keep it real, not crapping on him. But if Devin didn't wanted that fight so bad and chasing, what do they see that other people don't see? And I'm telling you, it's an easy fight for Devin. But the questionable part, can Devin Chin take a Lomachenko shot if Loma get close enough?
That's exactly what I was going to say, because when Loma, if he can work out how to get in the inside, and then every time he clinches, Loma fights off the clinch. So if that don't work for Devin, he's got his jab. You got to, like you said, the jab can, I think the jab ain't just great enough to win the fight the whole 12 rounds.
I agree. It's a 50-50 fight.
Wait, hold up. Paulie Malignaggi won titles and fights. Devin could jab and run, and he hold on the inside. He gonna hold on for dear life.
I think Loma might surprise people that he might be able to hurt Devin, because Jorge Linares has hurt Devin Haney before.
Devin. Yeah, I was gonna say Devin is known to get hurt. We hurt Devin. I mean, it's like
JoJo stunned Devin a little bit too.
But so when you say we hurt Devin, senior, you were right there. Devin Haney, you guys, how many rounds did you have with Devin Haney?
I did 4 or 5 minute rounds, but I was gonna go more, but they pulled me out because Devin started hitting low and whatnot, and I was like, nah, I continue. So I did one more round, and it was like Devin switched his opponent to somebody else.
Yeah, then Devin started, they got the ego started coming to like, oh, y'all wasn't good work for us, that type of stuff. You know how it go.
But you know what's crazy? Like after a year of after my dad and Bill had the little argument, they invited us back. They said, we need you for the next camp.
and we turned him down.
Wow. So was there a time? So was Devin tricky to work out in the beginning?
No.
He was real basic. He's one-dimensional. Like he just
What?
wants the back leg and try to jab you and sneak some sneaky.
Okay,
uppercuts.
I think I gotta tell people. Floyd learned all 5 styles of boxing. He learned all the defenses of boxing, and he learned them in both stances. So when you put him against a person that's one-sided, that use one style,
He got one style.
he's basic for us. It's nothing as a threat. His style is the same.
And it don't switch even when he losing. Like it don't switch. Like
So it's like he's basic. He's a
But that's-
basic fighter.
that's what he got taught. So that's him.
Wait there. So I mean, at the end of the day, you had those rounds, but there was obviously a round where, Senior, where would you say that you saw that Devin got buckled?
Devin got buckled in the second round. Everybody's seen it. This whole
No.
thing got quiet.
Yo,
and
I tell
it's
y'all,
witnesses that was there. The gym was
that's the
packed.
bad
So
part.
it,
And his whole
Where's the video? Where's the video?
they got it.
they got the
And,
video.
and
They don't want nobody
church
else
church
to-
was being loud. His whole, he
We
had
love
his whole,
church. We ain't
yeah,
got-
church cool though. But he had his whole entourage in there, everything. As soon as I called him, Bill just raised his hand. The whole gym got quiet. I swear to God.
Now, but
Yeah.
and Floyd was the first one to say that Devin Chin was questionable because they had big gloves on, headgear, and he still got buckled. And that's no crack to him. But Devin, when he get hurt, he can find ways to regroup. That's a gift
Yeah,
Devin
he'll
has.
start. He'll
Yeah,
start.
yeah, yeah. He know how to grab you.
He'll throw his elbows in it, you
Yeah.
might bite you, but he gonna stop that. He gonna get his breather. But he ain't a threat. Devin isn't. Devin might be a threat at 140 though, and so because he drains himself, I believe he will be a better fighter at 140. That's just me. I believe he will have more of his power. He won't be so drained. I think he's draining himself to the point where he don't have power.
I don't know. Them boys at 140 big too.
I didn't say he was gonna run through them. I said he would do better.
I don't know. I don't think he'd be undisputed at 140, but that's just me.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, though, Devin has done, at least he's won a proper title. He gone to Australia. He beat the guy in his backhand. Now, we know the guy, he ain't the top guy, but, he got the belt. Regardless of how it happened, it happened. He got the belt. He went and beat that guy. So Devin Haney deserves his props for being a champion. But, at the end of the day, a lot of people will say, well, then this guy can beat him. We think this guy can beat him. We think. But, it is what it is. He beat one guy and he took all the belts. And at that point,
the easiest thing for him. He got lucky. God was on his side.
I mean,
Yeah.
belts not everything to the side. He already won in life. So if he got the belts taken away tomorrow, he already got his family taken care of. And so, I don't even start.
Now, Rap, I only got 5 more minutes.
yeah. And then let's go to this, right? I want to ask you the last few questions. You ready?
Sure.
Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, Kid Austin. Break this down for us. If this fight could happen, who you got and who you favor?
Spence, for sure.
Spence beats Crawford.
Yeah.
I picked Crawford.
Wow.
Nah, we can't go wild. We got 5 minutes. He got more.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Haney versus Loma.
50-50.
50-50.
Okay. Kalen Plant versus David Benavidez.
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna watch this boy.
What?
He got a boy. He's a man.
Oh, yeah, my fault. I started turning to one of them fans.
You said Caleb Plant gonna watch him?
Benavidez, yes. Easy.
Must Benavidez catch Caleb Plant on that shit.
No, I got Benavidez, but okay. Who you got, Senior?
Benavidez.
Y'all are tripping.
Okay, we're gonna break that down soon one day. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis.
50-50, but I'm leaning
Team
towards
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all golden boy. We gotta be politically correct, in our statements.
Okay. And the last one, B Hop versus Bill Haney.
Bernard, easy work.
Yeah, easy money. Okay, look, hey, listen, guys, we really appreciate you guys coming over here to Rap Star Boxing. And you know what? Look at this. Many questions are still coming in. Maybe next time we're gonna set up a live with the Schofields, and we're gonna have you guys here talking to the fans direct, and we'll send the link. and everybody can have a couple of questions each. How's that sound?
That's perfect.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
we'll set it up soon, man. I'm gonna catch up with you guys now behind the scenes. All right, Senior?
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, salute to you, Kid Austin. Now we're looking at this. We got our eyes on you, bro. So hey, big things we're expecting, and we can't wait to watch this fight that you're taking in 2 weeks. But salute to you guys for coming to the channel, and we'll show you love. And thanks for showing love.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
God bless. Yo, you saw it there, guys. Kid Austin himself. The man who wants to fade, he's given it himself. He's put his name out there. He said he wants to fade with any one of them in the future, right? He said look, behind the scenes, he said he had a sparring match with Haney. It got a bit gritty. And in the second round, you know, there was smoke between Kid Austin and Devin Haney, and Kid Austin buckled Devin Haney. We'll find out when the Haneys come next. I'm going to ask them the questions about Kid Austin. But yo, respect to Floyd Schofield Sr., the trainer, Kid Austin, you know what I mean, for coming here, sharing his boxing career with you guys. He wants to smoke. We're going to see if Kid Austin is going to come for that fade with everybody in the future. But yo, everybody who came in the channel, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.